Classic Radio, the voice of love, quality and class, streaming live around the globe. ClassicRadioTT.com. Our studio number 242-3830. Our WhatsApp number 368-7006. JRS Equipment Rental and Towing, rental of forklifts, dump trucks, flatbed trucks, tow trucks, backhoes, excavators and trailers. Auger piling services also available. Suppliers of aggregate and topsoil. JRS Equipment Rental and Towing. Telephone number 476-3244. Ram Trans Company Limited, 20 and 40 feet container trailers, flatbed trailers. Office number 663-4427, 663-4078-242-1746. Ram Trans Company Limited, 20 and 40 feet container trailers. For show lights, smoke machines and special effects, call Swanky Lights. Call Raju at Swanky Lights 358-9305. Effects with a difference, Swanky Lights. Ramgar Sales and Services Limited, transport contractors. We are next to your kitchen, located 19 Bassey Street, Spring Village in Valsayn. For more info, call 663-4078, 663-4GAS, 242-1746. WhatsApp number 3134GAS. Authorized distributors of NP LPG gas, 20 and 100 pound cylinders and gas tankers. Steve and Associates Limited, putting your comfort first. Free visits and consultancy. Located off Church Hill, Roosevelt Highway, number 60, Bassey Street, Spring Village, Valsayn. Telephone or fax 662-1637, 663-8103. Quick response. Quotations absolutely free. Professional, competent, trusted and professional. Steve and Associates Limited. Navin Lalu's streaming network, specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and a photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. Also available fantastic drone footage. Navin's streaming network.
पाणी लागे मने खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पाणी लागे। राधा राधा नाम रटत है जो नर आटोया। राधा राधा नाम रटत है जो नर आटोया। तिनकी बाधा दूर करत है राधा राधा नाम। राधा नाम में सफल जिंदगानी लागे, जिंदगानी लागे। मने खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। मने खारो खारो यमुना जीरो पानी लागे। अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्। अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं। अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्। रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्। कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं। कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं। तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं। तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं। अच्युतं केशवं
कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। यशोदा जिनकी मैया है, नंद की बापैया है, ऐसे श्री गोपाल। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। यशोदा जिनकी कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। यशोदा जिनकी मैया है, नंद की बापैया है, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को, ऐसे श्री गोपाल को बारंबार प्रणाम है। लूट लूट दधि माखन खायो, वाल वाल संग धेनु चरायो,
ऐसे लीला धाम को, ऐसे लीला धाम को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है।
कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। द्रुपद सुता को लाज बचायो, ग्रास गज को फंद छुड़ायो, ऐसे कृपा धाम को, ऐसे कृपा धाम को बारंबार प्रणाम है, बारंबार प्रणाम है। कृष्ण जिनका नाम है, गोकुल जिनका धाम है, ऐसे श्री भगवान को, ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार
Well, let me use this one and just make another one for the बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय सीताराम and namaste and good morning. Members of the family, my dear members of the village, villagers, friends and well-wishers, we want to express our gratitude on behalf of the children, on behalf of Nari, on behalf of the family, to all of you for being here this morning. Your presence here is a demonstration of your love and your gratitude and your appreciation for the family. I am Pandit Lakshmidat, the guru of the children, and it is with a very sad and very, very heart-filled moment that I join together with Nari and the sons to engage in a ceremony that we refer to in Hindu scriptures as the Anteshti Samskar. Just to let you know very briefly what we are going to do this morning is that the Anteshti Samskar is the sacrament of the Hindu funeral that engages the performance of two very important things that are very fundamental for the disposal or for the transit of the soul into the higher regions. The first part of the ceremony, the children are going to be making certain offerings that would serve to purify the physical remains of their mother. And these physical remains are comprised of the 5 subtle elements of creation: earth, water, wind, fire, and ether. This would be done by offering, according to scriptures, materials that would purify the physical remains of their mother. The second part of the ceremony is most fundamental to the transit of the soul from our region to the region of the ancestors. And this part of the ceremony serves to offer prayers and mantras to create a medium in which, after the cremation of the body, the soul will take that medium and it will begin its journey onto the great beyond. So this morning I ask you, wherever you are, if you can stand to join with us for the first part of the ceremony as we simply repose our faith and our trust in God. So please pray with us in your own way. If you can join your hands or bow your heads or however your determination in prayer would be. Today, my Lord, all we can do is to put our faith and our trust in you. We do not know when we close our eyes in the night if the next dawn is assured. We live with so much of uncertainty, but yet still we take a moment, my Lord, to repose and to express and to entrust our faith, our belief, and our trust in you. That however life will go, however the deliberations of life will unfold for us, one thing we are certain of is that we trust you, we put our faith in you, and we know that despite whatever happens in life, your blessings will always support, sustain, and guide us. This morning, Prabhu, we ask you to guide the ceremonies. We ask you to bless the offerings that we make, the incantation of the Vedic mantras. We ask you to empower these children that they may be strong and stand firm. Even in the Ramayana, you have given instructions that with a heart of faith and belief that these ceremonies should be done so that we may be able to allow the physical remains to be committed to the fire and that the soul will be back entrusted in your care. May you bless the family members to stand strong so that they may be able to, in the next 13 days, fulfill their responsibilities to ensure a safe resting place for the soul of their loved one. Bless us that we too will understand that one day we will face a similar faith. My Lord, bless us that we may always be conscious of how we live, that our words would never hurt, our actions would never cause ill to others. Prabhu, may you empower us to do that which is right. Bless us to stand strong to perform these ceremonies. May you bless the soul and the physical remains of our beloved. Hari Om Yam Brahma Varunindrudamaratastunuvanti Dibhyastave Vedhe Sanga Parakramopanishade Gayantyang Samagha Dhyana Vishishtargatena Manasa Pashyantyang Yogino Yashantang Navidho Sura Surgana Devaya Tashmai Namo Namaha Om Bhadram Karnebhi Srunayam Devaha Bhadram Pashyamakshibir Jatraha Sthirairangairustustavagum Sastanobhi Vyasema Devahitam Yatayuhu Om Shri Vishnave Namaha Om Shri Vishnave Namaha Om Shri Vishnave Namaha. Together. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Shri Vishnu Bhagavan ki Jai. Come son, offer the flowers here. Walk back around that way and you'd stand back. Right on that spot. Please be seated, everyone. Give them more flowers. When in our scriptures the king of Ayodhya passed away, the sons were very, very upset. 4 sons he had and 3 wives. And there was a lot of conflict and confusion and blaming, and this one blaming the other one and the other one blaming the other one. And then when the Guru came, he offered one line that brought a lot of wisdom and a lot of inspiration to the family. And that one line of the Ramayana was, Sochaniya nahi koshil rao Bhuvanachari dasha pragat prabhao Jai Ram Shri Rama Jai Ram Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama. The Guru Vashisht said to the children and the wives who were weeping and lamenting, one son couldn't contain himself, he was rolling uncontrollably on the ground. And what the Guru said, that children, every single person who was born will have to die one day. Socha niya nahi. Do not cry and do not grieve and do not lament for that which you know will happen one day or the other. The Guru says to them that however one passes away, however one dies, wherever one dies, however you will pass away, whether you are walking down the road and a truck knock you down, or lightning would strike you, or you get a stroke in your head and you fall down and you die, however we leave this world, that is how it was written to be. There is nothing like people dying before their time. And the Guru is saying this to the sons. And he's saying to the queen mothers, when someone passes away, something has to be the cause. And whatever it is, we do not question, we do not point fingers. What we do instead of the grief, we transform that grief and that sorrow into faith and belief and trust in God. And this is why the Guru says, Sochaniya nahi. Don't cry, but be strong. Oteu Bharat Guru Bachana Sunai. You could have never gotten a better father than that. Similarly to the children. You could have not gotten a better mother. She was an exemplary mother. Similarly to, I've been talking to Nari every single day we spoke. The only thing is that he could text faster than I could. So the messages were coming all the time. But every day I would tell him, I said, Nari, I know the feeling, I understand your feeling, but have faith. Have faith in God. And your Dulahin left you with two priceless angels. And every time you look at their faces, brothers, fellas, every time you look at one another, you are going to see the face of your mom. Every time you embrace one another, every time you're in the company of your dad, your mom is going to be right there. It is just that God wanted her to perform something even greater. And she would be looking at every single thing that you do, in every step of your way, in every moment of your life. Our scripture says, stand firm and do what you must do for the safe passage of your mother's soul. So this time we will give to them all of the pindas. We are going to do the sankalp. Yeah, take the palm leaf and put it on top of there for me, bhaiya. No, you can leave the diyas there. According to our scriptures, we are in the most auspicious month of the year. It is called the month of Shravan. Yeah. Put the flowers inside your son. Right, and both of you come touch hands for the sankalp. So what you are saying in this mantra, O Lord Vishnu, today we perform this ceremony. We perform, yeah, give him we want to sankalp all the pindas also. So give them the whole thali. Right, hold together, right. Now, fellas, this is what we are saying. O Lord, today we are asking you, we are asking you, putting our faith and our trust in you, that for the next 13 days, we will keep ourselves calm and relaxed and peaceful. In our mind and in our heart, we are going to build our devotions to you. And may all the actions that we perform, may all the thoughts that we engage, may all our offerings be dedicated only to you, O Lord Vishnu, so that we may be able to commit the remains of our mother into the sacred fire, and that the soul of our mother may return back to you. And when she rejoins with all the pitras in the heavens, that she may be our guardian angel way up in the heavenly regions, always looking down at us. On this very auspicious day, the third lunar day of the bright half of the Hindu month of Shravan, today on this Guruvar Prabhav, on this Thursday morning, we dedicate to you, O Lord Vishnu, our love and the intensity of our faith and trust and belief that you would accept the soul of our mother and that you would bless her, that she may shine with resplendence as an angel at your side. Hari Om Vishnu Rom Vishnu Rom Vishnu Adya Namo Bhagavato Mahapurane Sri Purana Purushotamaya Vishnu Rajya ke Prathamanasya Dvitiya Prade Shvedvara Kalpe Vaiva Sadmanvantare Om Tareva Laganam Suranam Tareva Taravalam Chandavatalam Tarebhya Vidyavalam Tareva Lakshmi Patete Angurgam Swarami Tejasvina Mahaparamatmane Bhyo Namo Namam Om Shuklam Varadanam Vishnu Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Dhyayeta Vigneshwaraya Namo Shri Vishnave Namo Namah Sahasra Shirisha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapata Sabovin Vishwato Vritva Atyatishtarashangulam Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai. Let them offer the flowers and take back the thali with the pindas. Right, take the flowers and offer the flowers right here at Mummy's feet. Right. Water. Take water from here and I want you to sprinkle from here going right around. 3 times. Om Om Adhya Kashyapagotrasya Shivani Nama Pretasya Mrityasthaneshwa Nirmitam Jalam Te Maya Diyate Tavopatish. Come son, you offer a little bit also. Om, sprinkle a little bit of water. Om Adhya Kashyapagotrasya, yeah, Shivana Nam Pretasya Mrityasthaneshwa Nirmitam Ishatam Gandam Maya Diyate Jalam te maya diyate tavopatishtatam Om Narayanam Surushishtam Lakshmi Kantam Varado Bhava Ye Namasyanti Govindam Tesham Purusham Namah Chandan. Drop a little bit. There's a new one? Yeah. Right, son. Take your ring finger, rub it up like this, and I want you to put a nice round one. Now just move the thing a little bit so that you can put a nice little chandan. And when you putting yours, put it on top of the same spot also. Okay? Yeah, right there. Om. It's stuck? Yeah, don't pull it out right, or just right in the middle of the eyebrows. Om Kashyapagotrasya Shivananam Pretasya Mrityastani Shunirvitam Chandanam Te Mayadiyate Tavopatishtam Tilakam Chamaya Punyam Pavitram Papanashanam Apada Harite Nityam Lalate Harichandanam Om Kashyapagotrasya. Start from here, spray right around. Om, yeah. Om Adhya Kashyapagotrasya Shivananam Pretasya Mrityasthaneshu Nirvitam Gandam Te Mayadiyate Tavopatishtatam. Give brother also. Om Adhya Kashyapagotrasya Shivananam Pretasya Mrityasthaneshu Nirvitam Gandam Te Mayadiyate Tavopatishtatam. Lovely. Press it down right there, son. Right. Take the mala now. Put it nicely. Om Adhya Kashyapagotrasya Shivananam Pretasya Mrityasthaneshu Nirvitam Pushpam Mayadiyate Tavopatishtatam. Come son, same thing. Put that one from here. Yeah, pull it up a little more. Right, fix it. Come, fix it nicely. Don't be afraid. Could we ask everyone to please stand for the arati? O Bhagavan Vishnu, accept our offering of Deepam. May the sacred light allow the sanctification and the purification. Yeah, wave it like this and walk around 3 times. Very, very slowly doing the arati. Yes, come. Do the arati as you're walking. Right, touch hands together, son. Om Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Sham Kanhaiya Murlidhar Gopala Ghansham Nand Ke Lala Jai Govinda Gopala Manmohan Sham Kanhaiya Murlidhar Gopala Ghansham Nand Ke Lala जगपालक तू रासर छैया गोवर्धन गिरधारी कितने नाम तेरे नतवल तू सावल कृष्ण मुरारी मोर मुकुट मन हर लेवत बलिहारी हर ब्रजबाला मुरली धर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जय गोविंदा गोपाला मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला। बोलो श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय। Please be seated. Pindadan, Pratamo Pinda, the first one. Take in your right hand, son, and close your eyes. Touch hands with your brother. O Bhagavan Vishnu, at the time of conception when my mother came into this world, you took the 5 elements and you created that body that grew into that which we would have grown to love and to be attached to. Today I offer this first pinda of the rice balls made with intense love. Prabhu, may you allow the 5 elements to be returned to their sources of origin. And even as we commit the physical remains that we have grown to love and to be attached to into the sacred fire, Kravyadi Agni, we pray that all the elements may return to their places of origin, and all the energies of the body, the vital energies, may return to their places of origin. May the soul of my mother be kept for 13 days in the astral region, and may you bless us that with the prayer and the fasting that we offer, that our mother's soul may return to you in your abode. May she continue to be a shining star, an angel that would continue to be our source of strength and inspiration, now and forevermore. O Lord Vishnu, we put our faith, our belief, and our trust in you. Om Pratamo Pindadanam Shri Kashyapa Gotrasya Shivananam Pretasya Pretatatu Nivaranartham Pindadanam Maya Diyate Tavopatishtatam. Om Namo Narayanaya. Just move let them put it in your right hand for me. Yeah. Om Pratamo Pindadanam Maya Diyate Tavopatishtatam. Right, for water. Om Kashyapa Gotrasya Shivananam Pretasya Jalam Te Mayadiyate Tavo Patishtatam. Right. Take a flower, place it on top of there also, and cover it back with the urhani. Beautiful. Right. Give them flowers again. Would you like to sit down for a while? Would you like to sit for a while? Or you need standing? We would like to invite everyone, for those of you who are familiar with the verses of the Ramastuti, this very special hymn to Bhagwan Sri Ram is one that asks the Lord for forgiveness, for compassion. Sri Ram Chandra Kripalu Bhajumana. We glorify you, my Lord. Thou art most gracious, most merciful, to shower your compassion, your mercy. Forgive us for wherever in life we may have gone wrong, wherever we may have erred. This morning I want to ask to every single one of you who are assembled here and who have come to express your love and support and sympathy and solace with the family, that if in any way at all this most beloved sister, daughter, wife, mother and friend of so many, if in any way at all she may have erred in error and in any way at all hurt the feelings of anyone, that you in your own way show mercy and forgive her, and to join with me in this prayer as we ask Bhagwan Vishnu, Bhagwan Sri Ram, my Lord, bless her soul. May her soul rise into the heavens and become one with you. May she never return to this world of sorrow and problems and of adversities. May she be an angel that will guide from the heavens the lives of her children to continue to excel and to succeed. May she be a strong source of support and inspiration in the life of her Dulaha and the extended family. O Bhagwan Sri Ram, what can we do but to repose our faith and our trust in you? Pray with me together this beautiful prayer to Bhagwan Sri Ram. Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajumana Harana Bhava Bhay Darunam Navakanjalochana Kanja Mukha Kar Kanja Padha Kanjarunam Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Bhajudina Bandhu Dinesha Danav Daitya Vanshani Kandanam Raghunanda Anana Kanda Koshal Chandra Dasharatha Nandanam Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Iti vadati Tulsi Das Shankar Shesha Muni Manaranjanam Mama Hridaya Kanjani Vas Kuru Kamadi Kaladal Ganjanam Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Bolo Siyapati Ramachandra ki Jai. Brothers and sisters, in the Mahabharata, the eldest of the Pandavas, the eldest of 5 brothers, would always give itihas or very inspiring messages to his younger brothers. And in the Mahabharata, in this itihas, Yudhishthir was speaking to his younger brothers about the importance of having faith and belief in God. And if even we don't believe in God, some of us, we believe that the universe will always guide us. Himrajji, there was this king, very, very powerful king, very wealthy king, very influential and affluential. He had one little bad habit. He loved to go hunting. And one day he took his most favored soldier and they both went hunting in the wild. And it so happened that when the firearm was triggered, the top of his index finger was shot off. What was shot off? The tip of his index finger was shot off. And so the king started to lament. And in his lamenting, in his crying and weeping and wailing, his favorite soldier is comforting him. O king, don't cry, don't weep, and don't lament. God has a reason for everything. The king said, don't tell me about God. He said, well, if you don't believe in God, the universe has a reason for everything. The king was so upset with his most trusted soldier. When he went back into the kingdom, when he returned to the kingdom, you know what he did? He made his ministers pass a resolution to imprison that soldier who was his best and most favorite soldier, because he felt that in his time of need, this soldier should have been more comforting and not tell him that God has a reason for everything. He was very upset because of that. So he jailed that soldier. He imprisoned him. Many years passed and the king went hunting. This time he went hunting alone. He alone went. And he was lost in the dense forest and moving, looking for food and help all over. He ended up in the company of a tribe who were carnivores. A carnivore, or carnivores, are people who eat, meat, and they also would sacrifice human beings in certain rituals. And it so happened at that time it was the full moon time, and they were looking for someone to sacrifice. And when the people from the village brought now the king, they saw him already dressed, so radiant, looking so well. So all preparations now, they were going to offer the king in human sacrifice to whoever their god was. So the head priests came and they were doing all the ceremonies, and they bathed him with all the various oils and dressed him. And as they were about to sever his head in the sacrifice, the head priest said, stop. We can't continue this ritual. You know why? He had a limb missing. His fingertip was missing. So the head priest said that we should only offer the best to our gods. You have to get rid of him. Throw him away. Dump him somewhere. And would you believe, because of that missing piece of finger, that saved the king's life. And when they dumped his body, they dumped him by a river. His body rolled down the river, and when he recovered, he ended up back by some fishermen who recognized him to be the king, and they took him back joyfully back to the kingdom. You know where the king went? Immediately when he returned, he went back down to the cell of that very said soldier who, when his finger shot off, said to him, King, everything happens for a reason. The king fell down at that soldier's feet and he begged him for forgiveness. He said, many years ago when you told me, King, don't cry, don't worry, don't stress. Have faith in God. That happened for a reason. I lock you up here. And today, if it was not for that missing finger, I would have been killed and sacrificed in another state by some people who worship and who would give life sacrifice. Thank God that I was missing that piece of finger. But the soldier is laughing. So the king is saying to him, he said, well, think for you to cry and be serious. You laughing? He said, no. He said, what I am thinking about is that every time you go to hunt, you always carry me. And if you didn't lock me up inside here, I would have been hunting with you. And if I was hunting with you and they realized you were missing a finger and they dump your body, I would have been the next one they would have offered. So I want to leave that message with you, Nari, the boys, and every single one of you. Despite how sometimes we feel when things happen in our life, Bhaiya, Didi, every single thing happens for a reason, no matter how bad those things might be. What we have to do, as our scriptures would have told us, as we heard when Raja Dashrath died, the Guru said, whatever happens in your life, always have faith and belief and trust in God. And if even you are the type of person who don't believe in a God, always believe that the universe has a way to guide us. Always have faith. Whether you're a Hindu, you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a Baptist, you're an Orisha, whatever your way of prayer, your conviction, your denomination might be, always have faith and believe and trust in God. And God is going to guide you and give you that strength. At the end of today, I know Nari is going to call me, he's going to tell me, say, Babs, I don't know where I get that strength from. But your Dulahin is going to give you that strength. Boys, your mom is going to give you that, and you'll be impressed with your own self, where that strength would come from to stand up and do all that you have to do. Every single child, no matter how old you are, have 5 days to repay the debt of gratitude that you owe to your parents. 5 days. The first day that you are given the opportunity to repay your debt to your parents is when you perform the Antishti, which is today. So boys, today is the first of 5 days that you have the opportunity to repay all what your mother did for you. Some people say, Baba, my mother never did anything for me, you know. Whatever I do on my own. My grandmother take care of me, this one take care of me, my father never do. Whether your parents do anything for you or not, the mere fact that you are alive and you have life, you owe that debt of gratitude to them. So the first day you are given the opportunity to, if you never had the opportunity to even give your parents a cup of water, is when they die, to do the Antishti, which is today. Tomorrow, the most important part for this Dulahin, for your mother, would be to go tomorrow, and I'll guide you how to do it, how to collect the bones and how you place the bones into the water, and pray for the remains of your mother to be merged back into the Ganga for salvation. Tomorrow's ceremony is called the Asti Sanchay, which is the collection of the bones and the remit of the bones into the sacred river. The third day that you owe your mother is the day that you perform the Dasgatra, which is the day that you perform the shaving ceremony. The fourth day that you owe to your mother would be performed 13 days from today, which is when we refer to as the Madhyan Shodashi or the Bhandara. And the fifth and last day that you owe your parents is when you perform the 11th-day ceremony for the Uttam Shodashi, or what we refer to as the yearly Bhandara. And so, brothers and sisters, we have come to the end of this part of the ceremony. I would like to ask you to please stand and join us in mantras as we conclude. When we finish and you sit back down, we will have a very orderly viewing that we're going to guide you how we're going to do it, very orderly, while we probably, if we have some background music that we'll play and so on. Okay, so please join us, join your hands together. And in this prayer, we are saying, My Lord, bless the soul of our beloved mother, our Dulahin, our sister-in-law, our neighbor, our friend. May she be one with you, my Lord, in your heavenly abode. May the angels descend on earth and take her, bestow upon her the divine form that would allow her to begin her journey into your abode. My Lord, bless us with a heart filled with faith, belief and trust in you, that you would always guide us on that right path in life. May you bless our homes and families and grant unto us the wisdom that we are here for a short while. May we make good use of every moment of life we have, loving, sharing, supporting, and sharing the gift of life that you have bestowed upon us all. Hari Om Sahasrashirsha Purushah Sahasraksha Sahasrapatha Sabhumin Vishwato Vritva Atyatishta Dashangulam Om Purkhaye Vedagum Sarvam Yarabhutang Yacha Bhavyam Utamritatpa Seshano Yadandinati Rohati. Together. Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Chasakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Now in this beautiful prayer, we are sending from our heart love, peace, and good energies to the soul of our departed. We are sending energies of strength and support to the children, to the husband and the family in their time of grief. My Lord, may your blessings uphold us and support us, especially in challenging times. Bless the soul of our sister, Jyoti Bindu परमात्मा से everyone है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन परमानंद का अनुभव कर हो परमानंद का अनुभव कर धन्य बना जीवन ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन ज्योति बिंदु ज्योति बिंदु ज्योति बिंदु बोलो श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय बोलो सियापति रामचंद्र की जय बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय प्लीज बी सीटेड May I ask Shri Vijay Surat Singh ji to come? If you can come, I understand that she would have worked with him for a very long while, and he will express sentiments and, of course, in his own way to the family.
Thank you. Thank you, Bon. Morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family of the Shivana and Nari. It is with great sadness in my heart that I stand here this morning to say a few words on behalf of our company, Action Marketing Limited, where Shivana was employed for the last 14 years. Shiv, as she was called by the staff, started as an accounts clerk and worked her way up the organization to the position of accounting assistant. In addition to her accounting position, she went even further to become a sales account executive, as she was a person who always wanted to do more. Her dedication and commitment working in these positions were never a setback for her, as she excelled in both areas because of her willingness and kindness that she displayed to both her fellow employees and customers. Her customers always complimented her for a good customer service and the way she will go all out to find the product if it was not available from our warehouse. Shiv will always remind me, boss, we are Action Marketing, and action is our driving force in getting anything the customer wanted. I can say proudly today, she did exactly what was expected of her in carrying out her duties and satisfying her customers' needs at the end of the day. Shiv was a team player and was always there to help the younger members of staff when they had difficulties in their respective jobs. I remember a situation with one of our employees who came to me and asked if they had the correct item code for a product before they passed the document to Shivana for invoicing. And I asked the question, why are you double checking and triple checking the code? And the response was, boss, Shivana got buff me if I enter the wrong code. And that was the person she was. Straightforward and always making sure that the information was correct. She believed in doing the right thing the first time around. And everyone understood the importance of passing the correct information to her, or else take your buff. Shivana was loved by all members of staff and would usually go to the directors if there were any problems affecting the operations of the company. This was the Shiv we all knew, never afraid to address issues for the efficient running of the company's operations. One of the things we will always remember is the fact that even though she had challenges after her surgery and was on sick leave, Shiv continued working from home to the very end, making sure that her accounts were up to date and her customers were serviced in the most professional manner. She was a very dedicated employee who always went the extra mile to get the job done. And at the same time, a dedicated husband to Nari and a devoted mom of her two sons, Aditya and Arvin, who she loved dearly. She was a proud mother of her two boys, balancing their academic studies with their singing talent for classical singing, chutney music, and soca music. Shiv was always excited whenever the boys had to sing a new song, and on every occasion will send to me a copy of the lyrics, asking the question, "Boss, what you think?" And my response to her every time was, your sons are going to make you very proud and happy in the entertainment industry. And I am positive that Nari and the boys will pick up the challenge to make Shivana's dream come true. Shivana will be missed by all of the Action family. And I want to say to Nari and the boys, Action Marketing will always be a family to you all, and Shiv will not be forgotten. We will miss her dearly, but God has other plans for her in His kingdom. God bless, and thank you very much, Shivana, for your dedicated service. Your memory will always be a part of the Action family. May God grant her eternal rest, and may He also protect and ease the pain of the family during this time of their grief. And I just like to leave this last little quote. At the end of life, what really matters is not what we bought, but what we built. Not what we got, but what we shared. Not our competence, but our character. And not our success, but our significance. So live a life that matters. Live a life full of love, always. I thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you very much. This time, who's doing the eulogy? Who's doing the eulogy? Rhonda. I would like to call on Auntie Rhonda, who will be doing the eulogy for us this morning.
Sitaram, good morning, everybody. My name is Rhonda Deusaran, and I am the cousin of Shivana Bidesi Seepersad, who we all fondly know as Shalana. It is with great sadness the reason for our gathering here today among family and friends. I would like to thank each of you for coming out to extend your support, and to those who tuned into the live stream. Today, we are celebrating the life of Shalana, who was born 36 years ago on February 25, 1987, at the San Fernando General Hospital to Sandra and Siram Bidesi, also known as Beher. She was the wife of Nari Seepersad and the mother of Aditya and Arvin. She was the sister of Sheldon Bidesi. She was the granddaughter of the late Gurdial and Samde Mohan and the late Sunachan Bidesi and Doris Boxer. She was the niece of many, the cousin of many, and the friend of many more. When I thought about what to say today, I wondered, how could I do justice to the life of our dear Shalana, who lived vibrantly, enjoying each moment life had to offer. But today, I realize I did not have to do justice, as Shalana was a gift, and she has an eternal place in our hearts. And we are all honored to have shared life with her. Our memories are filled with the sound of her laughter and the beauty of her smile. Shalana spent all her life as a daughter of Bastahall village. Her childhood friends were the entire neighborhood. This community was very much a part of upbringing Shalana. Her next door neighbor, Auntie Anoy, was like another mother to her, always braiding her hair and bathing her and changing her if Sandra wasn't home as yet. Uncle Rajan and his entire family would take Shalana out with them whenever they went out to the movies and such. Her neighbors, Ambika, Anil, Navita, were all considered siblings, always liming and making her cook. She knew everyone in this village and everyone knew her. When she grew up, she stayed in this very village, raising her kids on the very streets she spent playing. Growing up, Shalana had a fondness for Indian music and Indian movies. I remember when we worked together at Action Marketing, straight out of high school, she would play Indian music all day. And when Abhijit came to Trinidad, she called up the family and organized tickets and a maxi for us to go to his concert at Guaracara Park. Coincidentally, her love for Indian music led her to Nari, whose profession was in the music industry. And without a doubt, she knew he was a perfect match for her and complemented her life. And so their love story began. Shalana was many different things to many different people. But I know the one thing everyone could say she was a loyal and caring wife and an excellent mother. Everything Shalana did was for her husband and her kids. They were always a family unit who went everywhere together and did everything together. No matter what obstacles she faced, she was always about Nari, Aditya, and Veer. This past year, while she was ill, they were her support system. Nari was foot to foot with her, and the kids learned to do chores to pick up the slack. I know leaving her children to grow up without a mother was not a choice she would have made. But I do know that wherever she is, she would always be with them and always look out for them. If you know Shalana, you had to know about her mama, who was her maternal grandmother and one of the most important persons in her life. She was spoiled growing up as she was mama's eyeball. They spent every evening liming in the yard and going out on weekends. Upon Mama's passing in 2021, Shalana grieved tremendously for her. I don't think Shalana ever fully accepted her grandmother's death, and in her state of pain in the last, she longed for her grandmother. Today, I know that Shalana is happy to be reunited with her, and they are laughing and having a good time like they usually did. Shalana was an outgoing girl who was always up for a lime with her friends and family. She would often ask us, when was the next lime? And she always planned get-togethers for us. She planned and coordinated our last family lime in Tobago. I know she also did the same with her dad's side of the family, planning limes and cooks. She never said no or couldn't make a family event, as she was always present and willing. You'd also see her posting pics from all the fetes and limes that she went with her friends. She immersed herself fully in those moments and enjoyed herself with each and every one of us. We never knew those moments would become memories this soon in life, but we will all remember her spark and the joy she added to our lives. I remember when I used to spend the nights by her, we would stay up late into the night chatting, and she would always fall asleep first, but I could never tell because she always slept with her eyes slightly open. And I would be talking and then she wouldn't respond, and I would ask a little louder, "Are you asleep?" And then she would say, "Yes, I was sleeping." And I would say, "Girl, close your eyes. You're scaring me. Why are you sleeping with your eyes open?" Right? And she said, "No, but my eyes was closed." I never did get accustomed to her eyes being slightly open while she slept. But today, this is the first time I've ever seen her with her eyes fully closed. And it would be the last time we all see her as she takes her eternal sleep. Shal, look at people here today to see you off. You have impacted each and every one of us present here today. You brought so much fun and laughter to each of us. We love you and we will miss you. Your last post was, "Life is unfair," and truly it is. You had so much more life left to live. You had your children and grandchildren to see grow up. I always thought you'd be here while we grow old together. But instead, you spent your last year on earth in pain. Endless pain that none of us could imagine. We might not know the reason behind God's will, but I do know that you're not in pain anymore. Rest easy now, Shal. You will never be forgotten.
Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai Shri Krishna. Let me ask the boys to place this at their mommy's feet. And we are going to now have the family coming to offer their flowers. Yeah, press it right here, son. So the operative word here is orderly. Okay? We don't want to encourage persons going clockwise. So that if there are family members who are coming with flowers from this way, you're putting the flower down and you can turn to go back this way. Okay, if you're coming from this way, you can offer the flowers and then you can go back this way. All right? So I'm going to leave it open. Family members, if you have flowers, you can come and place those flowers at this time. For those of you who have a program, there's a beautiful bhajan that I'll ask you to sing with me while we are doing this. And if, of course, you can move with a little pace because we have 15 minutes again. We are hoping to leave here at 10 for a 1-hour journey down to the Waterloo cremation site. Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyon ke dukh dur kare, Jai 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 Krishna Hare. जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हूँ, आशा का दूर किनारा हूँ. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हूँ, आशा का दूर किनारा हूँ. और कोई न केवल हारा हूँ, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. If you wish, there's a tray with flowers. You can take from here and offer if you don't have one, if you so wish. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे. पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा. जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण नारायण, भजमन नारायण नारायण नारायण. श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण नारायण, श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण नारायण. श्रीमन्नारायण हरिनारायण, श्रीमन्नारायण हरिनारायण. श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण नारायण, श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण नारायण. श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण नारायण, श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण नारायण. श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण नारायण, श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण नारायण श्रीमन्नारायण नारायण नारायण हरि ओम नमो नारायण 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 पीताम्बरं पद्मनाभं परमाक्षं पुरुषोत्तमं पवित्रं परमानन्दं तं वन्दे प्रणमाम्यहं तं वन्दे प्रणमाम्यहम् ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय राघवं रामचन्द्रं रामेशं रामापतिं रामेशं रामापतिं राघवं रामचन्द्रं रामेशं रामापतिं रामेशं रामापतिं राजीवलोचनं रामं तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनं तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनं ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ नमो नारायणाय. I know it's a very busy and a very challenging period for our MPs, and our MP is here, and I would like to ask him just to offer a few words of his love and support to the members of the family. MP Inder Singh.
Sitaraman, thank you very much to Pandit Lakshmidat Maharaj. And of course, this morning, it has been a very challenging mentally for me and agonizing morning, because this is the third funeral I've attended for this morning. I just came from Singh Avenue in Calcutta, where the 75-year-old pensioner who was brutally murdered in Calcutta, number 2. I just came from Jerry Lane in McBean, where a 42-year-old young man is being laid to rest, the father of 4 young children who died in tragic circumstances based on an accident that took place in a garage. And here this morning, I am here to pay my sense of respect to the family of the late Shivani Seepersad. And it is very agonizing, as I said, and mentally challenging when you have to speak to families who have lost persons in the prime of their lives. And as I said, in the context of the 75-year-old, where our elderly in our society seems to be under attack in every nook and cranny of this country for their pension money. That is the state of affairs in relation to what is the state of the country, but I will not say much on that this morning. Here we are paying tribute to a young mother who would have fulfilled her sense of duty to her husband, and of course her children. She was also a daughter, and she would have meant much to each and every one of you in the context of the extended family and also the community of Bastahall and environs. What could I say? I think she was 36 years in the prime of her life. I remember her on many occasions, and yesterday when I telephoned her husband, I could recollect, I have some vivid memories of one of her sons in Atassa at a very young age. And having fulfilled her sense of duties to her family, it was the last thing that I think that they would have expected her to depart before she gave further direction and support as a mother. And it is said in all of our religious scriptures, when a mother departs a home, it places a great sense of emotional stress and burden on the children and also the loved ones. So this morning, all I could say to this family is we must continue to seek that comfort and refuge in Bhagwan, in Lord Krishna and Lord Vishnu, to bless her soul to continue its journey. And remember her for the value systems, because the children are at a stage, I think, that they would have understood what their mother was attempting to impart into them in terms of that motherly love, that support, that direction that she would have wanted them to blossom into full-fledged adults, to be able to build their own family lives and their family structures and so on. To her husband, remember her, because she would have fulfilled her sense of duties as a wife. To her parents also. And this morning, as I said, there's little that I could add based on what I've dealt with this morning. All I could offer is words of comfort, prayers, and support, and ask the family to live as a unit, to give support to the husband, to the young children, and let us be there for each other, because the one in Gary Lane and McBean, 2 children are due to enter secondary school, Asya Girls and Couva East. And what do you say? They have lost the breadwinner. I have been able to give some support. I'm trying to craft some support for that 2 young girls, because if they do not get that sense of support also, their lives could become challenging in their adolescence and their more mature lives. So, my dear brothers and sisters, as I said, continue to pray. Give that support to this family, the young children, and we pray this morning that Lord Krishna will bless the soul of Shivani to continue its journey tremendously and comfort members of the bereaved family during this very difficult time. Siddharaman, thank you very much, Panditji.
Thank you very much, MP Rudy and Dar Singh. At this time, I would like to ask the boys to come to offer the rest of the flowers. There are 3 malas also that we can offer. So too. Om Shanno Devi Ravishtaryapo Bhavantu Petaye Shanno Ravishravantu Petanam Narayanam Srishishtam Lakshmi Kantam Mardo Bhavaye Namasyanti Govindam Tesham Purusham Namamaha Om. And we'll empty out all the rest of the flowers. May I ask everyone to please stand, as we will now just lift the box to put it at the doorway. And if my good friend at, I think it's Guides, will assist us with this part of the ceremony. Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, give us the strength. Yes, this our very challenging time. So at this time we will ask 6 persons to come and to join us in lifting the body, and we have a very special dedication. The children were planning a song for their mother in which they were supposed to have completed for her birthday, for Aditya's birthday, and so they were able to complete the recording only yesterday. Our sound engineer to play that song for us that the boys are going to dedicate to their mother on this, the occasion of a journey to meet with the angels in the heavens.
Navin Lalu's streaming network, specialist in